So when the Zeus network first came out, now I'm not a reality TV girl, but I do find Natalie Nunn to be entertaining. Like she's a hot mess. I like to watch. She's entertaining. So I paid my little $5 and I got on Zeus network and I attempted to watch this baddies show, and then they came out with that Chrisean and Blueface show. Y'all, I canceled that. I watched a few episodes and said I cannot watch this, and I canceled that immediately and said I can't sit here and watch this shit. I can't. Now, I do agree with when everybody has their balance of things like that they watch and they know not to consume it. Yeah, there's some shows that I watch that other people probably be like, oh, you watched it, you know what I'm saying? But like reality TV is not, it's just never really been my thing. But this Zeus Network is a whole different category of ratchet. Like it's beyond ratchet.
Look, I'm gonna say this again. The whole network is bottom tier entertainment. Bottom
Yeah.
tier entertainment. Okay. The Zeus should actually be Hades because the whole network is in the underworld. It is in hell. And that's where it needs to be.
The
Okay.
underworld.
Yeah, it's not good. Okay. It's not good at all. Like, and even if we're talking about balance, like it's just not whole. There's no piece of it that is wholesome. There's no positive value that's being pulled from it. Like I don't get it. Like because you're saying like the MTV and VH1, like yeah, they were doing it, but there was a bit of a more balance. There was a bit more balance to it. Like their shows, even though it existed, it wasn't that bad. They always made sure because I guess because it's on cable television, they never went all the way there consistently. It always was reined in because they had like these advertisers and all these other people that are brands are attached to it. So they don't want to mess their bag up. So they always dial it back or edit a bunch of mess out. Like
So
you'll see enough to know what happened, but you wouldn't see it. Zeus, you actually are seeing the whole thing unfold.
Mhm. So what I was gonna say about the balance thing, I think what she means is like consumer balance. Like, okay, yes, I watch wholesome things, I read books, and I do
Yeah.
all this stuff, and I'm spiritually there. But sometimes, because like I said about that toxicity thing, I don't like toxicity in my personal life, but I will watch it because it's entertaining.
It,
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are like that. So I will say about that balance thing she's talking about, it's
it's
about
not.
the
It's not. We're not.
consumer balance. It's not about the show
It's
balancing what they're going to show to you because
it's
it's on
not
Zeus
about
Network and
that.
you're paying
That's
for a
not.
subscription. Hold on, you're paying for a subscription. So they're going, it's not like MTV and VH1 like it used to be. Yes, they do go further, but you're paying for a subscription. So they're going to show you all of the wild stuff, right?
I mean,
And that's exactly what that's the
that's
audience that they're trying to
fine and
target.
all. That's fine and all, but there's no value to it. Like balance to me is like saying like, oh, okay, like you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I watch, you know what I'm saying? Like what is it like? Let's say for better or worse, like right. Let's say you're just like this hardcore, like devout Christian, right? But then you watch raunchy comedies, you know what I'm saying? Because that's your thing. Like that to me is not that's not too bad. You know what I'm saying? That's your balance. That's what's like kind of like leveling you out or whatever, like
That's a
whatever
different
you call it.
conversation.
Like
That's a different conversation.
no, but no, that is a bit of a different conversation. But what I'm saying is, as far as like balance goes, there's no tangible value to this show. Like there's nothing good about Zeus at all.
Let me
Like
let
until
me
somebody can show me something good that comes from that network.
let
Like,
me say
but
this.
besides it providing me great video content all the time and great topics for this
You
podcast,
see? You see?
that's it. That is the only value it has to me.
It's
Let me say this. Let me
entertainment.
say
It's
this.
not your cup of tea. It's not your
Let
cup
me
of
say
tea.
this, right?
It's no,
That's why
not
when
entertainment.
you look at we talking about consumerism, right? When you think about consumerism and who actually consumes these shows, what do you think the demographic is?
Mm. Mm.
What do you think the demographic is?
Mm.
No,
Oh,
that's a question, legit question. What do you think the demographic
oh,
is?
I'll
Black
keep it a
women.
man.
Black
Black
women,
women.
right?
Yeah.
And then you have black women on these TV shows acting out in a certain way, and majority of their audience are black women, right? perpetuating another stereotype, and Black women feed into it. It's not a good thing. It's not a good look, right? Because when you think about who sees us on a national stage and how they react to us, then you get that stereotype, the angry Black woman, right? You get people like that, groups like people on that show who perpetuate that, and that's what the world sees. They don't see the everyday Black woman. They see the people who are highlighted. So we keep pushing stuff like that in the long run, and that's why when we go to other countries, people always already have a view, a prejudice, a presupposition of how we're going to act or where we may do things. So it's
our own media. I can say the same thing about guy rappers that lie about being gangbangers, like, you know what I'm saying, and thugging all the time and robbing people and shooting. I could say the same thing. I could say the same thing because, like, for me, I'm not turning on no young boy. Like, there's no value added in that music at all.
And you know what's so crazy, bro? I used to bump Young Boy like every day, and I sat down. I'm like, bro, and granted, like my background, like I used to come from a rough background, but I sit down and think like, bro, I don't live this lifestyle. I'm in the army, bro.
Say something that